Good morning, Twin Lakes. My name is Gracie, and I love doing these little video devos in the morning because I find myself either starting my day with them or throughout the day catching up with the little devo that we have of the day. And so I wanted to actually tell you a story for this one this morning because last month I got the chance to drive from Phoenix, Arizona back here to Santa Cruz with a friend. I knew that I was going to be in Phoenix for a friend's college graduation, so I texted this other friend and I said, "Hey, you go to school in Phoenix and you have a car there and I want to spend some time with you. So any chance you're driving back to Santa Cruz and any chance I can catch a ride?" And she said yes. So then we started planning our trip. And we actually basically centered our entire trip around this small shop in Ventura. So we decided to drive over to the coast, camp, and then start making our way back up north to Santa Cruz. And it was in that shop where this t-shirt caught my eye and I ended up buying it because it had this verse on it from Psalm 93. Verse 4 reads, "But mightier than the violent raging of the seas, mightier than the breakers on the shore, the Lord above is mightier than these." And as someone who grew up in Santa Cruz and still lives here, I have experienced those winter swells when the waves seem like the biggest, gnarliest thing you can imagine, that they seem so violent and large and mighty that I would not even want to be a dolphin or a seal in those waves. But when I read this verse, that picture came to mind of like those huge waves that seem all consuming are nothing compared to God because he is mightier than those. That he is mightier than the giant shore pound down at Rio Del Mar, that he is mightier than the giant waves out at Mavericks. And that is the God that we know, that's the God that we have hope in, and that is the God who knows us. So I bought the shirt as a reminder to myself, and hopefully to anyone who sees me wearing it that can ask, why do you think God is so much bigger and mightier than these? And it's because I've had experiences with God where I have seen him show up and I know him through his word, through verses like this in the Bible that tell me exactly who he is. So I hope that you go through today remembering that we know and worship and are loved by a God who is mightier than the storms and the seas and the giant waves crashing on the shore. Have a great day.